to the channel of Pro Enzo Vids, and this afternoon's video is my Week 3 Preseason Challenge tips and predictions for 2025. So, last week of the Preseason Challenge, then after that the Vegas games start, then after that with the whole round 1 fixture ready to go. So, very exciting time of the year to be a footy fan. The game of rugby league officially is very close to starting yet again, and how good, honestly. It's such a great sort of feeling to have, obviously this is the final week for some players to really step up their game, show their coaches what they're capable of, fight for a spot potentially in the 1 through 17 as well. So that's some players' goals this weekend, I feel like, to express in the final week of the preseason challenge. But as always though, make sure to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. 5k subscribers finally happened, obviously, just last week, so that was great to achieve finally, as that took a couple of months to get to, but hey, I got there, so that's the main thing. But again, appreciate all the new support and everyone that has contributed to my goal of 5k subs. So yeah, yet again, it means a lot, and I'm glad everyone does continue to enjoy the content and what I do, as always. But here we go, my pre-season challenge, week 3 tips and predictions. Let's go. So first up, it's my boys Manly up against the Panthers at Leichhardt Oval, Friday night, the 21st of February. So look, there's a chance I could be at this game. Not confirmed just yet, but I think I'll find out more tomorrow if I'm going or not, just because there's plans across the weekend and all that sort of stuff happening for me. So, but yeah, I'd love to go. Haven't been to a Manly game yet this season. If it's not this Friday, then it's definitely round 1. But I'll do my best to get to Leichhardt this Friday any way possible. But looking at the teams just quickly. So Manly have a bit more of an experienced team compared to the Panthers. Panthers have like a reserve/junior side name, but a lot of talent though still. Their teams like that just because most of their main guys are going to Vegas and getting ready for that. But looking at Manly's team, first of all, Tolu Kolo, Ruben Garrick are set to get some game time for the first time this season in the trial. Both are the centres as well. Jazz Tavanga starts at hooker, Jake Simpkins to the bench, Ethan Bullimore and Siwa Takayaho are the props, and Corey Waddell and Ben Trbojevic are the back rows, and Nathan Brown also is back as well, playing at lock for this game, and Toff Sipley moves to the bench, and also Ruben Garrick captain too for the first time, so good on you guys. And for the Panthers, look, their halves are Sonny Luke and Trent Tolau. That's all in an essay, but a lot of rookies and a lot of young players in that team. So, but yeah, we'll see how they go, I guess. But look, obviously I'm backing Manly to win. We should win, considering the team we have. A lot of players stood out for me last week in that trial against the Rabbitohs, like Dean Madison at 5'8", really shocked me. Aaron Schott defensively was great in the senses. Clayton Falalo, very skillful. Takayaho played well too. Jake Simpkin really impressed me at hooker. So everyone played really well last week, and so is Navrin Willett on the wing for Manly too. So a lot of talent for us as well. So I'm backing us to win here by about 24 points. Should be a good win. First try scorer, if I was to pick, let's go with Lehigh Hopewadi, but on the wing. So yeah, Manly to win. Now, it's a double header at Leichhardt Oval too. So if I do go to Leichhardt Friday, I'll stay back for this game too. Tigers v Eels as well. So last week, Tigers lost narrowly to the Bulldogs at Jubilee there, and Parramatta smashed the Knights at Newcastle last Friday, I think that game was. So yeah, both sides got some NRL standard players there, some youth as well, so it should be a pretty fair game. Looking at Tigers team, Adam Dewey will start at halfback. He'll partner Lachlan Galvin in the halves. Jerome Luai and Api Coruscant are all rested for round 1. Terrell May plays his first Tigers game at prop. Jack Bird and Royce Hunt do as well. Fanua Polo starts at prop, and Stafford Toa and Charlie Staines come into the squad as well. For the Eels, Zach Lomax makes his Eels debut in the centres, while Jermaine Hopgood, Ryan Madison, Luca Moretti, Matt Dury and Sean Russell also step out for their first game of 2025. Ronald Volkman starts at halfback yet again, and 5'8" is Upper Nui Twiddle at 5'8", with Dylan Brown being rested for this game. So yeah, that's the teams right there. My tip for this game, I think I'm going to back Parramatta. I liked how Parramatta played last week against the Knights, actually. Their attack looks really strong, and a lot stronger than previous seasons. Tigers have a good team named as well, but I like what Parramatta are doing, so I'll tip them to win. Let's go Parramatta by about 14 points. First try scorer, Zach Lomax on club debut. And I think Isaiah Oyongi, who had a big game for Parramatta last Friday, will continue to show his talent as well in Friday night. So, yeah, Parramatta to win. Up next, it's the annual Charity Shield between both the Dragons and the Rabbitohs. This year, it's back at Mudgee, Glenwillow Stadium, or Oval. And, yeah, because the last few years it's been at Cogra, I've noticed. And, yeah, I was at the one last year at Cogra for 2024. But, yeah, back to Mudgee where it's always sort of been at, actually. But, yeah, Dragons have mostly named the full-strength team. Believe it's the same starting 13 as it was against the Roosters last Sunday at Cogra. And the Rabbitohs obviously have named a bit more experience this time around, but I'm missing Cody Walker and Cameron Murray. But I believe they have been rested until round 1. So, yeah, that's why they're not named for the Charity Shield. But looking at both sides, for the Dragons, yep, same starting 13, Gufferson, Val Holmes, Damien Cook and Lachlan Illis both playing against their former club, which is pretty funny and will look very weird too. But, yeah, that's the Dragons team right there. Not many changes. Latrell Mitchell will be the captain of the Rabbitohs at fullback, so that will be good to see. And it will be interesting to see how Latrell does go, considering how fit he has looked this off-season. So we'll see how he goes. Jack White, Tyrone Munro, Talis Duncan and Jaden Sullivan are all named and are back from All-Stars duty. Keon Kalamatangi will start in the back row. And, yeah, as I said, Murray and Cody Walker both out as well. So, yeah, that's pretty much the sides right there. My tip for this game, should be a close game. I think this one will go down to the wire, personally. Latrell's in, that's huge. I don't know. If Souths were playing Cody Walker and Cam Murray, I would be a lot more confident. But I think Dragons, having more of a stronger team and a bit more of a stable team named, I'll tip them to win in a close one. Dragons by about maybe 6 points. First try scorer, I'm liking Matt Feagai to score first. And, yeah, if I can give you 2 anytime try scorers, why not? It's the Charity Shield, pretty big game. For the Dragons, I'll back Jaden Sewer to score a try. And for the Rabbitohs, I'll back Latrell Mitchell in to score a try as well. He's in for a big game. But, yeah, gone Dragons to win. Right, up next, it is the Broncos and the Bulldogs at, where's this game at? KO Stadium in Redcliffe. So, I reckon this game for me is pretty intriguing just because the Broncos have named a pretty strong lineup. Look, not their strongest, but definitely close to their strongest. And considering how the Broncos beat nearly a full-strength Titans team, I mean, Titans had Foran playing, had Fodawaker playing, had a bit of experience playing. And the Broncos did too, but not as much as what Gold Coast did, and Broncos blew them off the park still. So, you know, I'm sort of keen to see how they do go against the Bulldogs, who have pretty much named their best 1 through 17. Their bench is probably a bit light, but other than that, that 1 to 13 at least is looking like how they'll line up in round 1, I'd say. So, yeah, we'll see how this game does go. I'm pretty intrigued by it, actually, you know, to be actually honest. So, yeah, should be good. Should be good. But looking at both sides, Michael Maguire has, named Reece Walsh, Selwyn Cobbo, Tony Staggs, Ben Hunt to make his first Broncos game in a long time. Adam Reynolds will play too, Pat Carrigan, Payne Haas. Carrigan starts at prop, by the way, with Payne Haas and Hetherington at lock. Kobe, that is. Yeah, Billy Walters and Jock Madden go back to the bench to make way for Hunt and Reynolds in the halves. And for the Bulldogs, Stephen Crichton is back to lead a powerful lineup that includes Connor Tracy at fullback, Bronson Jerry in the centres, Matt Burton at 5'8", Reid Marnie, Kikau, Kurt Mann in the forwards, James Salmon off the bench, Harry Hayes and Ratu Rinakama and Blake Taff among those going to the reserves and bench list in this game. Look, my tip for this game, this will be good. This will be good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to tip the Broncos, actually, in a close one here. I like how Broncos looked last week against the Titans, considering that there was no Carrigan, Walsh, Haas, Cobbo. So I know Bulldogs are a much more tougher opponent compared to Gold Coast, but yeah, I don't know. I think Broncos might still get the job done. So I'll tip Broncos to win by about 4 points in a close one. First try, give me Jesse Arthurs playing his first Broncos game of the year after returning from the Maori All-Stars camp. Dogs might win, but I'll tip Broncos in a close one by 4. And wrapping up Saturday, it is both the Dolphins and the Titans at KO Stadium. So, double header between both Bronx and Dogs, and then Finns and Gold Coast at the same stadium, which should be good and a good attendance too, I'm hoping. Last week, Dolphins obviously blew Cowboys off the park there. And the Titans were on the other side of the spectrum, losing by 50 to the Broncos at Toowoomba. So, we'll see how this one does go. But looking at both sides, for the Dolphins, the great news for the Dolphins is that Tom Gilbert will play his first game in a long time. So he's back from injury. Tom Gilbert, Corneli Lamwelu, and Kenny Bromwich elbow are good to go as well. The Hammer and Josh Kerr both playing too. Jermaine Asako, Herbie Farnworth, Isaiah Katoa, Felice Kafusi are also playing as well. Their first games of the year for the Dolphins. Cody Nikarima is back from Maori All-Stars camp to partner Katoa in the halves, and new recruits Junior Tupou, Daniel Saifidi, Kulikefu, Finafiliaki make their Dolphins debuts. For the Titans, Hasler has named the same starting 13 that got beaten by the Broncos last week, but Tino Malawi also makes his Gold Coast return for the first time in a long time as well from an ACL injury, so that's a big boost for the Titans having Tino back. Keanu Kinney named at 14, Jane Campbell and Olafani Pereira all named as well. Tino will captain the Titans from the bench. Could start late maybe, we'll see what happens. And Brian Kelly is also named on the bench as well. So we'll see what Gold Coast do there with Kieran Foran starting in the halves with Brimson at 5'8". So see what happens, eh? But my tip for this game, I'll tip Dolphins to win. I think Gold Coast have a good looking team still, but a lot of uneven sort of rating for mine in their team. Like, I don't get it. The back line, I don't know, not really too phased by their back line. Their forward pack's alright, but I'd take Dolphins forward pack over theirs any day with Saifidi, Finafiliaki, Plath and Gilbert. Might be tight, but I'll tip the Dolphins to win by about maybe 10 points. On to Sunday footy. It's the first game of 2 between both the Roosters and Knights at 3:15pm at Industry Group Stadium there in Gosford. So, both sides have named pretty experienced lineups. The Roosters have probably named their best 1 through 13, I'd say. On to Sunday footy. It's the first game of 2 between both the Roosters and Knights at 3:15pm at Industry Group Stadium there in Gosford. So, both sides have named pretty experienced lineups. The Roosters have probably named their best 1 through 13, I'd say. That could start the season. And as for Newcastle, I could say the same, but their halves pairing is a bit different yet again. So we'll see if, it looks like Fletcher Sharp is confirmed as their 5'8". If their halfback situation's a bit interesting, because last week Jack Hogger was the 7, now it's Tyson Gamble. I feel like they're still a little bit unsure about who their halfback is, but hopefully the Knights and Adam O'Brien decide on that soon. Go through both sides. For the Roosters, first of all, James Tedesco will play his first game of the year for the Roosters, their captain. Daniel Tupou, Lindsay Collins, Connor Watson, Angus Crichton, Nat Butcher, Victor Radley also stepping into the side. Mark Nawaga Nitawaza and Robert Toya are the centres. Prop the Fahu White will look to build on an impressive showing against the Dragons. For the Knights, Kalen Ponga, Dane Gagai and Leo Thompson are all back from the All-Stars game. Dylan Lucas, Bradman Best and Fletcher Sharp are again named this week. And yeah, Tyson Gamble is the 7 for this one too. My tip for this game, I will be backing the Roosters, I think. This is another toss of a coin type game, I reckon. Can go either way, but maybe with Collins, Leanud, Tedesco, Tupou all in, like these guys know how to score points and really play a good game of footy. I don't know, if Ponga's on, Newcastle definitely will be a chance, but I'll tip Roosters because, yeah, why not? I'll tip Roosters by about maybe 6 points. First try scorer, I'll back in the young centre, Rabbitohs, for a try, but yeah, Roosters by 6, nothing in it. And lastly, to round out the pre-season challenge for 2025, it's the Storm and the Cowboys at Casey Field Stadium in Melbourne. So, Melbourne have named a lot of experience too, while the Cowboys have named probably close to their best team for round 1 as well. So, makes to be a very intriguing game. Looking at both sides, for the Storm, Munster has recovered from a groin injury and will team up with Tyron Wishart in the halves. Pappenhausen and Harry Grant step out for their first game of the year. Eli Katoa, Josh King, Trent Liero are also playing too. Stefano will play second game for Melbourne this Sunday, and Tui Kamakamika and Lazarus Valepu are coming off the bench. And for the Cowboys, Todd Payton has chosen co-captains Tom Dearden and Ruben Cotter to lead the side this game. Scott Drinkwater, Murray Talangi, Reece Robson and John Bateman, who will play his first Cowboys game, are all named. Kai O'Donnell, Cohen Hess, Carl Lawton revert to the bench and after starting last week in Cairns. So Cowboys got their main men back and Storm have a few named there too. Who am I tipping though? Yeah, obviously, I think this one will be quite close. Both sides are very similar on paper, but I don't know. I guess I'll tip Melbourne maybe Melbourne by 2 points. I think, Munster being there, if he's fit, that should be enough for them to really notch a win. But Cowboys have Dearden, Cotter, Nanai, Robson all in, and Drinkwater, so yeah, they could easily win, and I wouldn't be shocked if they did, but I'll tip Melbourne because it's in Melbourne, so that's basically the only advantage I give Melbourne. That this game's in Melbourne, so that's why I'm tipping them, and Munster's playing. So I'll go Melbourne to win by 2. First try scorer, maybe Cowboys first try for Murray Talangi. I don't know, but got Melbourne in a close one. But right there was my pre-season challenge, week 3 tips and predictions. So yeah, that's the pre-season challenge all done and dusted now. I guess we'll find out who wins the prize money by the end of the week as well. So that will be very interesting to see. But see who wins it, I guess. But thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe as always, and have a good rest of your night.